This is the Insta360 RS 1-inch edition, and today I'm going to explain why I think this is the best action camera on the market right now. Almost. Let's get into it. So I've had the camera for about a month now, and I've used it on a whole bunch of different sets. I've shot a commercial with it, that's displaying on a billboard on the strip right now. I've taken motorcycle trips, I've skydived with it, and I've used it as a BTS camera. I never really was into 360 cameras because I never really liked the quality, and this is where this guy comes in. It's 6K 360 around, so you lose some resolution when you crop into the framing that you're looking for. But one thing that I've noticed is that when I shoot with action cameras, sometimes I lose the shot because I didn't place it right. If you don't get the shot and you don't frame it right, you don't have a shot at all. And that's where this guy comes in. It's two 1-inch sensors, which gives you some advantage in low light situations and a little bit more resolution. I took it motorcycle riding. I know a lot of people just want to capture some fun stuff with their family on their bikes and motorcycles, and I figured heading to Red Rock with this bad boy on the motorcycle would be really fun. What's so special about the Insta360, specifically this one, is that it has a 1-inch sensor. In a circumstance like this, where you're capturing a sunset, and you've got the really bright sun and some obstacles are still lit and some are not, you get the most dynamic range. Whereas the X3, for example, you probably wouldn't get as much details in the shadows and in the highlights. I also love the fact that they incorporated a 1/4-inch mounting point rather than this flip down thing that GoPro has when it comes to cinema cameras or regular cameras like the camera I'm shooting with right now, the FX3. You have 1/4-inch points. It's so much more versatile. Of course, the 360 view about the 360 camera is the main point here. So you can just point it wherever you want and you can pick your framing. I've had so many times where I've mounted a GoPro on a motorcycle or skiing or even a helmet, and then I go back, I look at the footage and I'm like, God, I wish it was more to the left. I wish it was more to the right. Well, now I won't have that issue. I only have one little caveat with it, and it is that it shoots 8-bit. I wish that it shot 10-bit. It would make my life so much easier in color grading. I think this camera produces such a nice image, and the fact that I know that I won't miss the shot is worth everything. So let's do one last one for the road, and we'll see you back at the office. I took it skydiving, where my main focus is to open the parachute and not the camera, and I wanted to see how easy it would be to just set it up, press play. Obviously when I skydive, I don't think about where do I need to hold the camera, where do I need to point it. Of course I could think about that, but that's not the #1 priority. Priority is to open the parachute. That's where this makes it just so much easier, where I can just press play, hold it out, and I know it's gonna get something. One of the neatest features of the Insta360 as well is that once you hold the stick and you line it up properly, the actual stick disappears, which gives you a very unique way of looking at the world. So this is a standard selfie stick. They also have the bigger version, which is a little bit longer, and we took some shots on the strip with it, tried it out in the car, and we took off the roof. And this is a prime example where it's very difficult to drone. You need a lot of different permits, and this is where this stick comes in. So this stick is really long, and we can kind of simulate drone shots down the strip with it. So let's see where we can get. So what a better place to try out a fake drone shot at the airport where you can't really fly drones. Most of the time I shoot with a red camera, and sometimes I use little tools to make the edits more dynamic, and that's where this guy comes in. So I've used this recently for a commercial for a new spot in Vegas, which is like a big adult playground basically. And while I was shooting it, I gave this to one of the athletes that they had hired to make some flips. And I just told him, hey, hold the camera out. In the meantime, I was setting up the red. With the app feature, I was able to monitor what was happening while I was setting up my camera. So the app is really easy to use, easy to connect your phone to, easy to dump the footage after you've done shooting it, and even edit it on the platform. I was a little worried that it would be time consuming to reframe every shot and then export it, color grade it, but the app is so intuitive and the AI feature in it kind of do the job for you. So just through the app, I can see here, boom, I can add a key point, keep playing it, pause it, add a key point, keep going, add a key point. Here we are. And just like that, you have yourself a nice little edit. Takes 2 seconds. Let's pull up another example. Here we have the motorcycle ride. What's so neat about this app as well is that you can easily export it in 16:9 for a wide format for YouTube and Facebook, let's say, or 9:16 for your social platforms like Instagram and TikTok. So here we have a motorcycle shot. I can just reframe it. Here we go. You can make it wider, you can make it smaller. Boom, here you have it. As a professional filmmaker, it's always so difficult to market yourself. You make videos for other people, for their businesses, and at the end of the day, you have to edit something for yourself to attract new clients. And that's where I found this little bad boy came in really handy. I would just attach it to my camera, capture some BTS, or just pop it down in the corner, press record, and it would just capture something. While I'm on set, I'm always so worried about delivering a good product to the client, and this allows me to just film myself worry-free, knowing that I will have some content for myself at the end of the day that will allow me to market myself as a filmmaker. If you happen to have the previous version of the RS, you can just buy the upgrade and upgrade to the 1-inch sensor. No, right at the bottom here you have your USB-C and also your SD card slot. I was worried that it was so many different pieces that would complicate the process of shooting with it, but it's actually really decent and it's really easy to just snap them back in. As you can tell, the two lenses stick out quite a lot. And when you are doing tricky shots, let's say you use a long stick through windows and even just want to put it down, it makes it very difficult to just set it down somewhere because of those big lenses and how easy it is to damage them. Talking about the lenses, these two lenses are co-engineered with Leica. We all know Leica has a really good reputation in the industry. All in all, I do think that I prefer the quality of a GoPro camera, especially considering it can shoot 10-bit right now. But after all, what's the quality if you missed a shot? If you enjoyed this video, please like, leave a comment, and consider subscribing. It really helps out my channel. Until next time.
Pictures I got from California.